Ever seen death call someone's name? The U.S. Marine Corps' elite 813 Special Operations Team, 8 of the best, and already 4 of them had been assassinated with terrifying precision. The world's #1 hitman, Solotov, was hunting down the planet's most elite soldiers. Even more chilling, this killing spree traced back to an organization the team had dismantled with their own hands 5 years earlier. Bob, Dobbs, and the others returned home with their comrades' coffins, thinking the nightmare was finally over. But death had already slipped across the Mexican border into the U.S. This revenge had only just begun. Double tap shooting. Always a second shot unless it's a headshot. It wasn't for show. It was a habit burned into him by the battlefield. After an entire unit was wiped out and he was the only one left standing, every shot from then on had to guarantee death. 5 years ago, only their spotter, Donnie, had seen through his disguise. But that detailed report was buried by higher-ups, and Solotov silenced anyone who knew. Donnie thought it was over. 5 years later, wearing a Chelsea jersey and casually making salad, he noticed a shadow flicker in the reflection of a glass. Instantly, his killer instincts kicked in. 2 amateurs dared make a move on Solotov. One quietly approached, but Solotov was already behind him, choking him out. These hitmen were working for his current employer. Solotov realized immediately someone from Team 813 was still digging for the truth and had even contacted journalist Danny. That was his worst fear, going from ghost to target. Now he was preparing to wipe out the rest of the team. Meanwhile, Memphis had just returned to the US and was absent-mindedly sipping coffee in a diner. He noticed Danny's ongoing reports on an Afghan drug scandal and how a rising political star's boyfriend looked increasingly uneasy. Memphis had no idea that behind that boyfriend was a senator's network capable of blowing the whole conspiracy wide open. Solotov and his men hid in the shadows when the big boss called, demanding he come meet immediately. First, he sends assassins to silence witnesses, then calls a meeting, a clear setup. Walking into it would be a near-suicidal move. Bob finally made it back to his farm. On the surface, it was a happy family reunion, but inside, he was wound tight as a spring. No one knew where the ghost sniper would strike next, and that constant feeling of being hunted was eating him alive.